What you do normally day to day could be someone's dream job. So here I'm clocking in, turning on the embroidery machines, unloading the hats off the machines, and hitting it with the air compressor to blow any debris, old dust, or anything out of the bobbins. And I hit it with the oil pin, and I oil each bobbin to make sure it's nice and oiled to start off the day. And then I load the hats back up, grab my handy dandy ruler, because each hats we always measure to make sure everything's centered. And some days, man, the desk just get hectic, so I gotta clean up my mess. Gotta grab that jump drive so I can get the files off the computer and load it onto the embroidery machine. Then I print out each design and add notes to it to make sure the team knows what to do. And then I gotta change this needle because the thread keeps shredding. Just a sign that it needs a new needle. And it could be other things, like you can see the design is not stitching out clean. You could probably use a new needle. Especially with hats, you go through needles very often because hats are very hard and dense. And the machine stopped and then you see a white thread like that. It just means a new bobbin. So I grabbed another one and replaced it. This one was a little loose, so I tightened the tension with my fingernail. Really need a flat head, but you know, I just did what I did. Once it's good to go, I put it back in, load back up the hats. Here's another one. A thread popped off. It happens. I just gotta thread the thread back into the needle. Funny stories. I used to do that for my grandma all the time growing up, and now I do it daily. Crazy. I gotta pull some hats from an order. I can run the first ones of each design, send over a picture and get it approved to the client. Go ahead and load up these hats. You got the cream and the black brim right there. It's gonna be 3D puff, and of course they're gonna match the color of the brim, so doing black thread. And I do this to ensure that the hat is exactly how you want it before we run the full bulk production. Load up the design on the embroidery machines. We're gonna run 2 samples right here. Once we got the design loaded, we add the hat. We also got to get a ruler, measure the height, make sure it's nice and right, and then contour it to make sure it doesn't hit any part of the hats where it's not supposed to be. These 2 orders are 3D puff, so I gotta cut 3mm thick foam to fit the design of the hat. I'm cutting a little extra just to make sure I got it covered. Then I place the foam on the hat. I'm holding it down for the first few stitches just so it gets latched down. It's completed. We clean up any excess stitching, any excess threads, burn the threads with a lighter, and yank off the foams. Everybody always tell me to use a heat gun, but I like to use a lighter, so I'm gonna use what I like and what works for me. Burn any excess threads on the inside too, and then tear away the stabilizer. Make sure it's nice and clean so we can send approval pictures for the client. This is the first design, and here's the second one. We're gonna have to offset the second design. As you can see, it looks crooked, but it's not. It's perfectly centered. It's just how his logo is. So we're gonna snap some couple videos and pictures and send over to the client, get it approved. Make sure to subscribe for more content like this.